Hey guys, and welcome to our Week 15 Kick-Ass Suck-Ass, where we discuss which players we think you might want to play and which ones you might want to sit.
Now, as usual, we detail more starts and sits on our blog, but we want to give you a quick rundown. And if you want to read more, just click on the link below. Kicking things off is a quarterback I hate to call the star of the week because I just really don't like him.
But I'm gonna kind of enjoy hearing this.
Eli fucking Manning.
Ooh. So why are you finally willing to say, play Eli?
Well, even though he turned down the Chargers, he has been doing good recently after a season of ups and downs. Against the Skins, he had 5 touchdowns, and against St. Louis, he had 2 touchdowns. He's got ODB, who's a great deep threat. I think you should start him confidently next week.
So I'm going to go ahead and say play wide receiver Martavis Bryant. And this is a confusing one because he was very, very good and then he was kind of invisible and now he was good again last week. He had 4 receptions for 109 yards and 1 touchdown. He also is, second wide receiver to Antonio Brown, but he had an unbelievable catch last week. It was ridiculous.
Now, ODB good or...
It was more like just the yardage. I think he got like over 80 yards. I would have to double check, but it was
awesome.
It was wild, and I would say play him.
So running backs, let's go with Mark Ingram. Now, Carolina kind of did a number on New Orleans, and Ingram only got 40-plus yards last week. He's up against Chicago, though, in Week 15, which was just decimated by Dallas. DeMarco Murray had a personal best. He went for 179 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
I was playing someone with him.
Ingram's just going to, run through them like water. Can you run like water? I don't know. Well, whatever. He's going to do that.
Whatever. I don't know. Okay. We don't want to go there. Anyways, I would say play Martellus Bennett if you're looking for a tight end. Against Dallas, he had 12 receptions for 84 yards and a touchdown. He's going against New Orleans, which actually has been kind of decent with tight ends, but in New Orleans' last few games against Heath Miller, against Greg Olsen, I mean, they had solid games, so I don't know. Maybe consider him.
Now, quarterback you should sit. I think it's time that we can stop trying to make Hoyer happen.
Hoyer, it's rough.
Now, Hoyer only got 1 fantasy point in standard scoring leagues last game. I think it's time to pick up Manziel. We don't even know if Hoyer's going to start anymore, so it's time for Johnny Football. Let's bring in Johnny Football.
We've been ready for him all season.
We are all ready for Johnny Football in season.
So, if you're looking to play maybe Trent Richardson, I would say consider sitting him this week. It seems like Herron's clearly the lead back these days.
I know. So, when Ahmad Bradshaw went out, I was a little worried, but I saw that Daniel Herron was next on the depth chart, and I picked him up, obviously.
Pretty solid. I mean, Richardson's only had 7 completions for 30 yards in the last game, so I don't know that he is the man anymore for the Colts.
Yeah, he just hasn't been producing this season.
No.
Anyway,
sorry, man.
So... a wide receiver you should definitely consider not starting, and he's a really good player, and I like him usually, but Randall Cobb. Now, I know what you're saying.
That's a bold move.
I know what you're saying.
Bold
He's got Aaron Rodgers throwing to him. Why would you ever sit Randall Cobb? Well, here's why. In the last 2 games, he just hasn't produced that well. He's up against Buffalo, which was able to stop Peyton Manning. So, I don't know. They might be able to stop Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers has so many other targets. I don't know if Randall Cobb is going to be able to catch anything. That's worth fantasy points.
Yeah. A tight end you might want to consider sitting is Jordan Reed. I'm just not seeing it from him in the last few games. Against the Rams, he only had 3 receptions for 24 yards, no touchdowns. I don't know. He's losing momentum. I don't really think he's getting a lot of attention. Maybe don't play him.
So as usual, check our blog, check the Twitter, comment down below on what you think about your sit-start questions, and we'll see you for Week 16 of Kick-Ass Suck-Ass.